Hello, and thank you for joining me for the fourth class of this Python Data Basics Bootcamp. Okay, so we're going to learn, or we're going to cover how to apply functions. I call this applying functions, but we're going to learn how to apply functions on a data. I feel like using functions in a simpler way than maybe computer scientists would. So it's truthfully a much easier way to learn. In my opinion, it's much easier to learn Python in terms of data science than it is in terms of computer science. You really don't need to go so deep into Python. Okay, so the idea is we never want to repeat our coding. Okay, so between, like we learned in the last class, loops and functions, we never want to see our code repeating. And by forcing ourselves to this, we'll be able to do so much. So the idea behind functions is when we know we're going to complete a task, a few lines of code, one line of code, and we're going to do that same thing over and over and over again. Even if it is only one line of code, if it's the same line of code over and over and over again, what if we want to change that line of code? We might want to, it's very likely that we'll want to, and we'll need to go back to every single line. So the idea is if we never repeat, we do all of our coding in one place. We're not kind of copying and pasting our coding, make one change, copy paste again, make one change, make one change. That works. You can get very far in data science for a very long time that way, but you end up wasting so much time because you will make not mistakes, but you will want to change when you make mistakes too, but you also want to change your coding, and that is very natural as you learn things about the data. Actually, you know what? I think this would be a better way to do that. And you go back up, make a change, and if you have a function, you make a change in one place. Whereas if you copy and paste your coding, you're going to make a change many times, 10 times, maybe many more times. But it's good to think of doing things twice and doing things 100 times is the same amount of work because you're just going to use functions and loops to execute it very quickly and cleanly.